Okay, so it turns out they do want to explore the Cutie Mark Crusaders more in the way they were setting up in their first appearance with, I guess, the group dynamic and just how they feel about not having cutie marks. So yeah, I guess we're just supposed to ignore the episode they threw in between where they were pretty much all the same character. But yeah, and that one actually contradicts this one a little bit too. I think that they said in the last one that they weren't carpenters, and in this one we established that Apple Bloom is a pretty good carpenter. But okay, so I better give that one up because I think there's a few more like it in just this episode. But yeah, I don't even remember. But okay, where do we start? Applejack. Okay, this starts with Applejack, and she takes all three of them to her old clubhouse because I guess she's nostalgic for the days when she was their age, and she's really excited to pass her clubhouse down to them. And it's falling apart, and they have pretty much the same reaction that every younger sibling has when an older brother or sister tries to pass down something they used to think was cool. They're just really, but okay, Applejack though she manages to sell them on it. She's like, maybe if you fix the place up, you could get your cutie marks in house cleaning or whatever she said. So okay, she sells them on it, and they do, and yeah, they make themselves a pretty nice clubhouse out of it. Or Apple Bloom actually does most of the work. I think she makes a pretty nice clubhouse out of it, even though, like I said, the last one said they weren't carpenters, but I guess that's her special talent. But I mean, okay, this episode though, she's not going to find out that her special talent is that kind of stuff because this episode is about how they kind of go back to the dynamic Apple Bloom was on before, yeah, before they formed the Cutie Mark Crusaders. Like they've kind of thrown out the whole. It's great to not have the cutie marks. You get to just realize you're full of potential. You get to explore your potential, which I guess you could make the argument that's still what they're trying to do. But yeah, now they're back to what Apple Bloom was doing before. Just explore their potential as in try everything as fast as you can and hope it gets the your cutie mark as fast as possible. So okay. Which yeah contradicts the how it's great not to have one, but whatever. So where do we start here? Okay, they basically I think they spend some time setting up what their talents are at first. This little jumble here, but yeah, we showed Scootaloo riding her scooter, and show how she's really acrobatic. How Sweetie Belle is really good at singing, and they did show that one in the last episode. So okay, that's fine. But then they start crusading for their cutie marks, just trying everything as fast as they can, feeding pigs, making taffy, psychic powers. And they mess everything up. They like get covered in stuff and run over every time, or fall off stuff. But they still look back every time, hopefully, to see if they have their mark. And just yeah, no dice every time. So yeah, you have to wonder why they think so after every screw up. But okay, but let's see. Oh yeah, they wind up at Twilight's house. This episode was kind of jumbled. I can't tell, but okay, I will get it. Give me a moment here, but all right, they wind up at Twilight's house trying to be librarians, and then Twilight comes by with their teacher, and they both suggest that maybe they're trying this the wrong way. That instead of just trying stuff they've never tried before, maybe they should explore stuff that they're already good at or they already like. And so, but they're not going to get the picture, even though this episode kind of hints that there is stuff that they're good at. And I did like that though, because the total disaster angle kind of got old fast. Just like they completely bomb everything they do. So okay, it is a nice break that it also throws in that like no, they do have talents. They just haven't found them yet, even though we're overplaying how untalented they are at everything else. But okay, then their teacher tells them they should enter the talent show that I guess is coming up. So they set right to work at that because they think that's the way to get their cutie marks. And they decide to do like a ballad sort of thing, like a music video sort of a setup on stage. I think they were channeling when they actually get to their performance. It seems like they had I think the shot from Bohemian Rhapsody of mine from the introduction, but where it's just like faces in the dark and stuff like that. But okay, I'll stop speculating now because I need to learn a little more about music videos before I can make that call. But all right, so anyway, they set to work, but they don't really take Twilight's advice to heart. They each pass the thing they'd be best at to the left. Like Sweetie Belle is afraid to sing in public, so she gives it to Scootaloo, who totally wants to show off her vocals. And Sweetie Belle wants to be like Rarity, so she tries to make the costumes, even though they did establish that she was good at that in the last, or at least she pulled it off in the last episode. She made those capes for them, so I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna give up trying to be too much of a stickler for continuity here, but okay. So yeah, they mess that up. They help each other to get it sort of right, but it's still obviously not as good as it could be with the wrong pony in charge. Especially like Scootaloo trying to write the song with, we'll rock Equestria, with our stomachs we digestia, and so yeah, thankfully Sweetie Belle steps in and helps her on that one, but okay. It comes time for the performance, after enough song and dance with that, and yeah, I guess the two guys who were worshiping Trixie however many episodes ago, they have a magic act that's terrible, so Cutie Mark Crusaders, they don't need to do much, but they don't do much. They completely fall flat, they wreck the stage, they don't sing very well, it's a total disaster, and then everyone laughs at them at the end, which, yeah, after the stage falls on them, and wow, you ponies are kind of cruel, like some wooden props fall on a bunch of little girls and you laugh at them like that. I want to see if they broke any bones or anything. Okay, anyway, they run backstage. They think they bombed, and in the typical, it's all good payoff, they actually win for best comedy act, and that's actually ironically, I thought that the performance, the show was trying to make it funny. I thought it was kind of sitting on its haunches there. I thought it could have done more to make it funny, but okay, so now they're back up. Spirits haven't dimmed at all. Now they think their talent is comedy, so they're going to focus on that, and we'll see if they remember that the next time we see them. But okay, anyway. So yeah, Twilight's been trying to deliver the moral this whole time, but she just kind of shrugged. She's satisfied that they're happy. So okay, that's the episode in a nutshell. And I guess it makes it sound like there's a lot to this one, and I mean, whether there is or isn't, like, I can't see my hand there. There, I'm going like that, just so you know. Okay, but so let's see. What did I think of this one? Well, I didn't think it was bad. It's all right, but it does, on one hand, there are problems. Like, it seems to sort of undo what they were on the Crusaders before. Just keep it simple. That they like to try stuff they're not good at. So okay. What else? The total disaster angle got kind of old. They try something, they mess it up, moving on. And yeah, this episode did kind of seem content to just be kid stuff this time. Just be go for the gags that'll please the I guess the younger audience members. But but no, there is another side to the story though. It's even though examples on how it could have been funnier. The screwing up montage could have been better. They could have gone for it more there. They could have gone for it more during the failed performance. But okay, where they could have been, where it was good though, was that they do get into the characters a little more. We do still see their group dynamic. They do see how enthusiastic they are, which is kind of nice, and just they're youthful spirits and all that. So I mean, it's fun to watch. I think so far they did seem like they were trying to give them distinct personalities, and so far Scootaloo is the most distinct one. She's sort of the rambunctious one. I mean, even more so than the other two. She's sort of a Rainbow Dash type, except adrenaline fueled and all that, but she's a little more humble in her younger years. Whereas Rainbow, we all know, is really arrogant. Apple Bloom seems to pretty much have the personality she had before, except it's made up of traits that all of them have, so that doesn't help much. I guess there is just enough to distinguish her from Sweetie Belle. Like Apple Bloom, we saw she wants to strike out on her own. She wants to prove she doesn't need a bigger sister, where Sweetie Belle seems to wish that her older sister would come closer and not push her away. So there's just, I guess, a glimpse of a timid side in Sweetie Belle. Like, she doesn't like to sing in public, so there's a little bit there to differentiate. But okay, I mean, we're getting somewhere with them. But so yeah, there was that. I was seeing some of their skills. I mean, just kind of appreciating them as the energy they bring to the episode. There's some humor that works with them. So okay, like like I said, I mean, if the show wants to keep them at the level of the others, like really make theirs episodes that, well, fans I'm sure already know what they think. If they want to make them the episodes that I'll be looking forward to, I think they'll have to step it up a little bit more. But as is, still not a negative vote. I still think this episode is all right. Not sure what the weakest ones we've had so far are, but I mean, I wouldn't even necessarily say that this is one of those, one of whatever the weakest ones were. I have to think back, but okay. So yeah, I mean, it's fine. I don't know. I mean, not much more to say. It just phoning it in a little bit more than the last ones, but some of them better than others anyway. So hopefully that won't be a permanent thing. Okay, the next one is a dog and pony show. So, interested to see what that means, but that title means. But okay, in the meantime, take care. See you there.